I met a gypsy.
I guess everything happens for a reason when it comes to that stuff too, though, you know, like, but
I always like to say that's the night I made Emig famous.
How was that rivalry with him? Like, because even to say, you know, like he kind of came in and was like the first out of town dude to kind of like jump in the mix. Like, he was such a character, like almost an anti-hero in a way. And the fact that he was so good outdoors, like, it just, he just seemed like a bit of an anti-hero to your story. Not that he's not a great dude.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, you need the good guy, you need the bad guy, right? I mean, Emig played the bad guy. He was a party boy on shift, and you know, to me, you know, we get along fine now. It's totally fine, but you know, all those years, he was really arrogant. I thought, really cocky. And I freaking hated that. I'm like, no way, dude. I can't stand that someone doesn't give me respect. You know, not that I command respect, but don't disrespect, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, I always just had this thing because, you know, one of the main things that I didn't get along with him over is his riding. He was really ruthless on the track, like riding wise. So he would do dangerous shit like chop you off on the lips of the jumps, and his riding etiquette was a little suspect, to say the least. And so that's the part I really was mostly angry about. But then I never really felt threatened by him and the racing part of it. I always felt like I had a pretty good handle on that. But, you know, again, that year, the year he beat me is when I switched to Suzuki. We had all kinds of problems. But, you know, his style, like, I was confident and push the limits on being cocky and whatever. But I think he was just always kind of sort of by nature really arrogant. And I don't know. I didn't have any patience for that at the time. Obviously we all grow up.
Yeah.
We were kids trying to figure our way, find a way through navigate this whole famous sort of moto career.
Yeah.
So, you know, look, we're all old guys now, and you can look back and laugh at all that stuff. But, you know, things that bothered you then have no place in your head for now.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's funny how it all worked out, and you know, we actually came to blows a couple times. The mechanics had to break us up, but you know, it all created a good scene for moto. You know, if I didn't have him, I wouldn't be striving to be better.
Well, and I think too, like the times that you won outdoor races, like it feels like that would have probably felt so special. Because
it did. And it was because of him.
Yeah.
He propelled me to be better outdoors, because that was when people were talking like, oh, you can't beat this guy. And he's a phenomenal rider. I mean, he killed it outdoors, and he made me a better rider.
Yeah. And
absolutely.
You need those guys. Otherwise, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, he made me get it in gear, because I couldn't stand losing to him.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, no way, I'm going to figure this out. And so, you know, and there was plenty of fast guys outdoors, but he was the guy winning. So I was like, how do I take down that guy?
Yeah.
And I finally figured it out. And I'm stoked about that. And when I won the outdoor title, and then almost won the next year's title, which he got me because I hurt myself.
Was it a foot or something?
Yeah. I tried a jump at Millville that I should have never tried, and cased it in my foot, wrapped under my foot peg, and really destroyed all the ligaments in my foot. So I was kind of injured the rest of that year. But up to that point, I had won like 6 of the 8 weekends already, and it was killing it. But life has a way of smacking you down when you get too a little too confident, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's when he won the championship in the final round, final race, final moto at Steel City that year. And he rode his ass off, killed it. But in 95, when I won the title, even out of all my Supercross races and winnings and championships, that title has a lot of, I mean, that has a lot of significance for me, because it was so hard.
Yeah.
And to finally achieve that, I was just like, all right, now I know what everyone's talking about being good at this, you know, and it really made me feel accomplished.
Yeah.
Because there's many times when you get done racing a motocross race and you're in the back seat of the rent-a-car just folded over because your gut hurts so bad from all the bumps. And I mean, it just takes a toll. And where Supercross was like, that's easy. It was super easy. Yeah. Outdoor was hard.
Yeah.
And so that's why that for me, the meaning of those that championship and that win, those wins, all those 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Pretty darn amazing. That I'm really stoked about. And then like my win at Motocross of Nations in '96, a big outdoor race, same thing.
Where was that?
It was at Jerez, the MotoGP track.
Oh,
They
no
built the moto
shit.
track up around on the mountainside in
Yeah.
there. Yeah. So the moto track was within the MotoGP track.
That would have been mental.
It was sick, super sick. And it was a fresh track. It wasn't a European track. It was all brand new.
Yeah, yeah.
Big downhill jump, like 120 footer. Like really, it was sick. And so, yeah, I mean, those outdoor wins are special because they just didn't come easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I read your book for the first time, that's kind of 94, 95 outdoors. That was probably the most gripping part of that book because, like, you know, I wasn't obviously around that
for
much
sure.
for, you know, following the races then.
Right.
So I was kind of like reading along through those seasons. And it was cool to see that was so hard for you to win those races.
Yeah. I didn't commit myself. Like I told you, I was pretty lazy, right? So I didn't really commit myself. And that's where Gary Simmons came in really big time at that time because he's just like, you know, hey, what are you going to do? You're going to be a man and get it done here. This is how we're going to do it. Here's the combination. Let's do it. And so, you know, it just sort of got my attention, just the way I had to retrain the way I was thinking about it. And like you said earlier, when you start to feel the
effects.
all that, the effects of all that work, and it starts to happen, then all of a sudden you've made something big.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt. And honestly, as cool as Supercross felt and me winning Supercross titles, when I won them both, I was like, oh yeah,
I'm the man.
I'm the man now. I got it now.
Yeah.
I got it now. I can officially say I'm the man now.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.